Hello, Blue Jays fans, and welcome to another edition of Jay's Latest. I am your host, Craig Borden, and we're going to step up to the dish and see what we can hit because we have another lovely day to talk about in Toronto Blue Jays baseball. And I can't say enough good things in all sorts of fashions because right now there's two different things going on. We've won four straight, and we've also won four straight series. So this Toronto Blue Jays team has really found a way to grab the bull by the horns and start running it out with, some gusto a little bit here over the last few weeks. The Blue Jays have found ways to win series and games, and they're doing some good things in Minnesota, which has been a little bit of a house of horrors since the Jose Barrios being pulled too early incident. So it's good to see that they're finding a way to exercise some demons and keep things moving here in Minnesota, as they are technically the current leader in the wild card spot in the American League East. And yes, I know it's way too damn early, but that's how abysmal things were a few weeks ago. I remember you probably all were hearing me talk, and everybody was all over the world. And do we trade everybody? Do we go for it? Do you trade everybody? Do you go for it? And here we are. It's amazing how winning cures everything. So, on that note, let's keep this team going in the right direction because some things have been going very, very good. So, let's just talk about this winning streak. This has gotten us back into contention and above 500. The Blue Jays are currently 35 and 29, second in the American League East, first in the wild card standings, ahead of, funny enough, the Minnesota Twins. So, things are going well, and they continued to cruise in the game yesterday. So let's talk about what I'm calling the team win yesterday, because yeah, they were just everything yesterday. Ernie Clement makes a diving catch at third base. Insanely stellar. We're getting defense all around. We're getting contributions from people like Tyler Heineman, who are just crushing things all of a sudden. I don't know what the heck Tyler Heineman found in whatever the water was, but he has been a monster force as the backup catcher, batting currently 429, crushing it. Bet went 3 for 4 yesterday with a home run, and 2 runs scored as well too. So he's just finding ways to contribute with very little playing time, and been a very, very good compliment to Alejandro Kirk, who has also been doing very, very well. But him being a backup catcher, it's not even a, how should I put it? It's not detrimental to not having Kirk in the lineup. And one would argue that Heineman deserves more playing time, which fine, great. If his bat stays hot, not even to think about objecting to that one. But to that point, you got to have a place to put him. So that would be the unfortunate catch. And you'd still need a backup catcher. And we just lost Ali Sanchez to waivers. So he's elected for free agency after clearing waivers. So he's no longer with the Blue Jays. So let's talk the rest of this thing out, because there was plenty to talk about in this game. Lots of great scoring. Blue Jays got out in front really early on Chris Paddock with Nathan Lucas with a singles in George Springer, who had a good day too. George Springer will obviously talk more about, but by the end of the day, he was 1 for 3 with a couple of RBIs and a walk, which is how he got on base for what we were just talking about. So Lucas brings in the first run, and then the second inning, Tyler Heineman, man, like I said, just destroys this ball over the right field wall. Very impressive. Was a heck of a shot. And then the Blue Jays unfortunately got a little bit tied up at the end of the day, and Kevin Gossman, who pitched really well, had a little rough inning in the bottom of the fourth where he, with the bases loaded, clunks Ty France and scores a run. Then Royce Lewis walked, scores another run. So if you want to get technical, Kevin Gossman gave them 2 runs. And then eventually in the sixth, before the Blue Jays found a way to get some of this other, the Twinkies find a way with Matt Wallner to hit a home run. It's his fourth of the season, gets it to 3-2 Twins. So at this point, Gossman was obviously no longer in the game. So let's just close the book on him. Gossman pitched 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, but he struck out 5. And the one thing that was really odd for him yesterday was, I don't know if he was getting squeezed or if he was that wild. I couldn't really tell because it was really close. The home run was the one thing that dinged him up. So still a good start from him. And then the bullpen took over, and we'll talk to the other part here at the end of the game. But let's talk the rest of the Blue Jays scoring first before we get to that point. As of that, the Blue Jays needed to get back in this one a little bit. So what's going to happen? Addison Barger, once again, right at the center of this whole thing, just ropes a double. And then after that, George Springer up. Second day in a row, Springer dinger. And it's his 10th of the season. who would have thought we were having that conversation here in June that George Springer has 10 home runs already, puts the Blue Jays up 4-3 in a very clutch moment. In the ninth inning, the Blue Jays needed desperately to tack one on, and it paid off massively. With Tyler Heineman on, Vladdy hits a single that kind of goes up the middle, and that was yesterday. Left field, he went through the shortstop third base hole, and gets a. And so in the ninth, Jeff Hoffman comes out. You're hoping for great things, and we're just going to mow through him like he did the day before. Somehow Cody Clemens runs into one for his 6th home run of the season. That still baffles me too. He's just a guy that couldn't hit his way out of a brown paper bag in our system, and also wanted way too much money to be a cameo on our show. A couple months ago. Puts the Twins within striking distance, but Hoffman turns it up and gets the Blue Jays the win and picks up his 15th save, I think it was. Either way, it was just, was the scale about the tip was the question. Kind of when we were sitting there, yes, 15th save. So that's the one scary thing about Jeff Hoffman lately. You don't know which one you're going to get when it comes out of that bullpen. And so we'll see how that continues to transpire. But let's talk game 3 as the Blue Jays close it out here on Sunday. We're going to get Bowden Francis versus Joe Ryan. Bowden has been very, very up and down lately, and more down than not. Looked like he was starting to right the ship out a little bit, and then unfortunately ran into the Philadelphia Phillies yesterday, or the last outing anyways. Gave up 6 earned runs in just 1 2/3 innings. Hopefully we get the Bowden that was on the mound couple times before that against San Diego and Texas, where he was starting to spin the ball and locate much better. Trust your shit, dude. And it said, get back to the mantra. Joe Ryan will be on the mound for the Twins, and he has been, for the more part, cruising this season. He has currently got a 2.91 ERA with a .9 WHIP in 68 innings with a 6-2 record. So he's been doing really well for the Twins. So hopefully the Blue Jays bats can find a way to square him up today. Looking at the splits and everything like that, Cody Clemens, for some reason, is the only one that's actually face-bound. Francis hit a home run up, and I take that back. Trevor Larnach had a pinch hit one against him last year, I forgot, and hit a home run as well. Everybody else hasn't seen him, so this lineup has not seen Bowden Francis, so hopefully that plays into his cards a little bit. Meanwhile, on the other side of the board here, Miles Straw probably should get the start today. He's betting 313 against Joe Ryan for his career in a very good sample size. So that's about it on the Blue Jays side for that. So we got one more thing we got to talk out, because there was a really cool thing that happened in Blue Jays minor league baseball yesterday, and that is Rafael Sanchez throws a no-hitter in a split doubleheader game yesterday for the New Hampshire Fisher Cats in the Blue Jays AA system. He was incredible. So I highly recommend checking out those, highlights and everything. No hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts in, like I said, the 7-inning no-hitter, because it was a doubleheader in the minor leagues. They still only play 7, so total 14 innings in a doubleheader. But to that point, still very, very cool, because it does count technically. Alex Stone hits a home run, and Gabriel Martinez hits a double to get the 4 runs for the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, or the Chicken Tenders, one or the other, depends on which day you're having to show up. That is their food of choice for their alternate jersey day. And the Altoona Curve was the one that unfortunately got no hit. So sorry, boys. So anyways, thank you very much, everybody, for listening. Go Blue Jays, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Make sure you hit up us at those subscriptions on Jay's Latest, and make sure you hit up jaybirdwatching.com. Talk to you soon. Cheers.